5 of Lord of the Rings. Now, in today's episode, we are going to head back to Hobbit land, aka Shire, and we're going to basically start our journey towards the Lonely Mountains and pretty much the Hobbits, past the Hobbits. So, as you can see, we are going to go to the Shire, but then we're going to head this way. So I want to head to all these lovely places because this area is all just water from what I've been informed. So, and we're done with the Blue Mountains. In the future, if there's certain places that you guys want us to see, we can then travel away as well and travel to them in the future as well. But right now we have about a little while, so we're going to do a little bit more exploring. Hopefully, as you saw, we got loads of different resources which will help us in the future, and we'll be able to sell those resources and make sure that we have armors and tools that we needed. And then if we have need to cook any food, we have pretty much all of what we need. So we also have silver coin, which is very, very much a bonus. And I've chosen to keep a Blue Mountains banner because I wanted to have something to remember our little journey by. So by just having that, it allows me then to make sure that I remember the dwarfs. And I am not like a stranger too much to them. Because the reason why I'm a stranger is because the dwarfs haven't seen or haven't fought against me. Not against me, with me during any battles. So it means that the dwarfs don't see me as anything other than a stranger. And then in the future, once we have battled, maybe the dwarfs will see us as more than a stranger, which will help benefit us in the long run. So I would say that we need coal, but under the present fact that we have an abundance of coal, we pretty much don't need any more resources, because the bonus of the mountains is they are massively resource heavy. So we have an abundance of resources where we can make sure that we get as much as we want. So if we have a look at my inventory already, I have loads of opal. I can easily get loads more and get loads more iron. I literally have 20 blocks of coal. I have copper. I have dwarven steel ingots. I have iron cooked. Like, I have golden goblets. I have pretty much anything I really wanted to try, which is really, really cool. So we also are going to be looking at some of our like quests. So these are stuff we're going to try and get done, because a lot of this stuff is really, really cool, and you somewhat have to create like an alignment with people as well. So it would be cool to start getting some of this done, like reforging item at an anvil. That's cool. And just slowly increase our ability to like enjoy the game, because like it says, there's 107 different biomes. We want to get that done. We also want to do a lot of this stuff and have just a fun collection of quests and enjoy ourselves. So it's just going to be fun. Really, really fun. And the Let's Play is going to continue pretty much until I just no longer enjoy this. But it's very unlikely, because I have really enjoyed every episode that we have done so far. It is ultimately such an amazing Let's Play and a awesome mod. So I don't see why we wouldn't continue to do this. So here, like, we would love to get this done where we're really friendly with dwarfs, so that help us. And then of course get some stuff like this done as well, but this isn't as important. Of course we achieved this. Travel to the sea surrounding Middle Earth. Of course we don't have to do this, because our only way back now is of course creating a let me show you. Not golf, gold. So we have to create a gold ring, and that will then of course allow us to go back. But at the moment we don't need to go back, because I don't want to. I don't think there's a need to go back. But yeah, basically right now we don't need to go back, so we're all good in the hood. So let's get ready to head off towards the hobbits. Okay, so we are now being attacked because the Gundabad wargs have set up their little fight. So we now pretty much have to run. I thought they were going to be normal wargs, but it is actual wargs. So we don't have the ability to fight this. I just thought it would be cool for you guys to see this, and I realised it wouldn't be for me to fight them. So ultimately we have to run. Our escape plan is to get as high as we can away from the Gundabad wargs, because the Gundabad wargs are very dangerous creatures, and if we don't get away quick enough, we'll end up dying like we just did. Ooh. Okay, hoping it doesn't respawn us too far away, but it just, if it allows us to respawn, we'll be back in a second. Well, that was harder than I thought it needed to be. Jeez. Finally got our items back. But I'll show you where it teleported us. So if we zoom in, we were pretty much around here. So I had to climb the mountains to collect my items, while also fighting what was left of the wargs, which is ironically gave us the ability to become a guest. We also got a couple of achievements as well, so I was pretty happy with that. But let's actually do what we were planning to do today and actually teleport over to, we could go there, or we go to Breland. Okay, let's quickly get away from here. I don't want to go near those wargs again. They are crazy and they will hurt us, and I'm not looking forward to it. The only bonus is that we now have this. And of course, probably, we're guests with high elves, we're enemy with northern orcs, Angmar, we're still strangers, and lost off strangers, Woodland World strangers. My pronunciation of these words today. Durin folk, which is the dwarfs. The mighty dwarfs. So, Dunland, Isengard, Fanghorn. Fanghorn, I think that's the forest of like the Rohan, Gondor, Mordor, Hobbits. I think Fanghorn is like where the forest is, if I'm right. Maybe wrong. So we're at Haygate right now. We of course can go down to Haysend and then the Windy Valley. But we're gonna head to Bree. That is the plan. We're gonna be walking to Bree, and then head on that way. Instead of going down the Green Crossroads and then into Farbad. We're gonna head to Bree, which it is a pretty much a nice, it's a decent distance, and we probably should have been on the road, but it is 1013, so we have to basically travel this direction for miles and miles and miles, and hope that we get there in valid time without being attacked by anything other than our own wits. So it's not too stressful. I'm sure we'll see some cool stuff on the way, of course, which will be intercut into the Clippery news. But so far, it's looking really nice. We are heading on our way to Bree, because I want to go to Gondor, and I want to visit Gondor, and I want to go there and have some fun at Gondor, and see what Gondor looks like. And then Minas Tirith. Oh, I want to see Minas Tirith. And then Helm's Deep. So yeah, it is a very much a fun explorational thing. So let's quickly have a bed, because there's no point in having a bed, because like it automatically says you've spawned too far away from your bed. So it then becomes vastly more difficult. But yes, I'll join you when we're a little bit further on our journey. We are now travelling through the old forest. So I thought, why not show you guys what it looks like. Looks pretty cool. I am worried we might get attacked, as the achievement is the unfriendly forest. We're just nipping through here because on the map it just makes it easier to cut through than to go around, of course. As we get closer to Bree, it will come up, and then as we go in the Forsaken Inn and everything like that will be the Wildlands. So we do have to be a little bit careful before we head off to the Wildlands, and just make sure that we are taking care of ourselves and making sure our armor and everything is perfect, ready for our adventures in the Wildlands. So we don't want to face the wild men and orcs and other horriblenesses around. I do want to go to Mordor. That is going to be something really, really cool. I'm going to try not to make anyone angry in Mordor, so then I can go there and not have to fight. So, you know, like I can show you guys properly instead of running away like I did earlier. So it'll be better in the future if I can just go there without actually having to fully physically show you guys everything. So it would be better if I could physically show you everything, and then it'll all be super, super cool then. But of course, that is completely down to future me and what I do. So I'm going to keep heading on through this, and I'm going to join you when we're in Bree. I have come up with an idea. So we're going to make a saddle. This will then give us a awesome benefit. Whereas the moment we have a saddle, we can then get a horse, and then instead of walking everywhere, we can actually use our horse to get us places, which will then give us a better way, because we're like 4.7 kilometers away from Bree, so it's pretty far away. So we have to try and get on the horse, become friends with the horse. So get rid of some gammon, and then I can just open our inventory and get on the horse. Stupid gammon, throw you away. At least want one of these horses. Preferably if it's like fast. Just gotta slowly hope that we can become friends with it. Seems to be feisty. Silly horse. Wait, you. Do you want to be our friend? Oh, now it stupid horse. I don't get it. Am I supposed to earn your trust or something? Do I have to give you food? Here's some mutton. No. Now you become my friend. Gotta stalk you. Okay, finally. Jeez. That horse was taking ages. Yeah, let's go pick up some gammon. Okay, now we have the horse. Actually better. On to Breland we go. Do 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 do. I see orcs, and it's not fun. We've been running from orcs for ages now, avoiding pretty much all of them without like the danger of it. But yeah, they're very OP, and they get in your face really, really quickly. So I found now, if I see orcs, I just run. I just run right now, because we aren't even strong enough to face them to a high enough level. So that is something that we're going to have to look into, is not only surviving better, but improving our overall ability to survive, because if we don't, we'll end up dying too quick. Oh, this is orcs. There was me thinking that was one of my guys. Nope, it is, of course, the Northern Orcs. Yeah, we're not friends with them anymore. Definitely, they see us as an enemy. They will pretty much try to attack us no matter if we help them or anything like that. The only way to really get them to be your friends is if you then attack the elves, the hobbits and stuff like that. So if you are going for like a full achievement type playthrough, you probably will then have to. Okay, so what's this? Yeah, so these are enter the forest at Chetterwood. Be friends with people in Breland. Kill a Barrow White. Kill a Bree Hobbit. Breeman. Yeah, so there's a lot. There's a lot you can do. But we're now entering the land of Bree, so that actually gives us the access to teleporting to Bree if we wanted to. And then we are the Weathertop. Which of course, if you guys know, that's literally where I do believe they were, the hobbits went. I think the Weathertop, may be wrong. Now we could teleport to Breelands, but we're like 2.1 kilometers away, which isn't too far. And then we can just head on there, because I wanted to travel into Bree just like the orcs. Sorry, not just like the orcs, but just like the hobbits did. And I think it would be cool. Have we found the path? I don't know if we found the path again. We lost the path, so it's nice to hope this is the path. But I don't think it is. Let's have a look. Oh no, we're not even close to Bree. There's me thinking we walked right into Bree right now, but no, we're actually pretty far away. So you got the... You got the Bree-land guard. Whenever the dwarves come by, it's a good business for everyone. Almost too good. The inns can hardly cook enough food. That's pretty good then. So we're going to keep on heading this way, and then we'll join you guys when we're at Bree. So technically, we have arrived in Bree. The downsides of arriving in Bree, there is nothing here, because that's just how some of these things can be. Right now, there's no like farms or anything. Pretty much it is all spread out because of the way the world works. You don't get like a exact copy of what the Lord of the Rings movie would be, but that also matters on the mod you're playing with. So with this one, you don't of course get an exact copy, but there is ones where you do in fact get an exact copy, but they're handmade. They're made by people who love Lord of the Rings as much as I do, and they have put the effort in to create Bree and all the other places in Lord of the Rings, which I do hope to review in the future, because I think that would be really, really cool to go join some of those Lord of the Rings areas and be able to then be like, oh cool, I've been to Bree, so on and so forth. But as the journey continues, we must travel the eastern road to Weathertop and then keep going pretty much till we get to our journey of hopefully the Weathertop's there, because that would be really disappointing if the Weathertop isn't there, because the Weathertop is such a major part of the story, especially because that's when Frodo first faces the Nazgul and then of course gets stabbed, which then of course severely injures him. Not just on a went the wrong way. Not just on a physical way, but on a metaphysical way. So it really just like sent his mind different places. So it's really, really cool if we're able then to see that. As a massive fan of Lord of the Rings, it would be really, really cool. And then it would just look so cool. But we shall see. We're going to try and head there. I don't know if we have time to head there in today's episode, as it is getting pretty late during recording. And it isn't too close, pretty much. It is about 11,000 blocks away. So it would be a long journey on the road. But I do expect us to get there the next episode. So I'm going to keep on heading and then we'll go from there, guys. Well, guys, sadly we weren't able to reach the Weathertop today. We do have a chance of reaching it in the next episode. We are pretty much close to it. We're just about 7,000 blocks away. I just don't have the time, sadly, to get there today. So I do hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you have, and you want me to go anywhere in Middle-earth, then let me know. Or if you have any advice on what to do in Middle-earth, then comment. We're going to have lots more of this Let's Play and future Let's Plays around Lord of the Rings and Middle-earth, because I love it so much and I think it's fantastic. So guys, thank you again. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, if you want to support the channel, grab yourself a membership. You'll get access to private videos that no other people will see, aka member videos. So I do hope you like it, and if you do, see you next time. Have a wonderful day.